morning to all beautiful viewers. I'm Joaquín de Marie. And what in the world happened to you, Crayola Rojas?
Oh, a terrible thing has happened. Today, when I was getting out of bed and stepping into my slippers, I saw a spider in my shoe.
Oh my! Well, that certainly would have sent me to a coma.
And that's not even the worst part. Because of the spider, I put down my left foot first.
So?
That I got off on the wrong foot, meaning that I will have very bad luck today.
Crayola, you can't seriously believe that nonsense. Moving on to more important news, these are the top stories for today. The United States has denied Mexico's request for additional water deliveries, citing Mexico's failure to meet its water delivery obligation under the Free Trade Agreement. This marks their first such denial and highlights growing tensions over water allocations. Donald Trump is threatening to raise the duty tax for Mexico, along with many other nations, causing uncertainty for the future of the Mexican economy. President Claudia Sheinbaum has just approved the General Law for Health, which forbids schools from selling unhealthy food as a preventive measure against diabetes and obesity. But that doesn't stop them from getting their early Starbucks. Don't know what any of this means? Stay tuned to find out. This is CENENES!
Voltéense a ver.
What does it mean that the United States... Crayola, what are those rocks doing on set?
They are quartz, not rocks, to keep the good vibes in and the bad vibes out. But tell us, what does it mean that the U.S. denied Mexico's request for water?
All right, let me explain. The 1944 U.S.-Mexico Water Treaty mandates that Mexico has to deliver 1.75 million acre-feet of water to the United States every 5 years. However, as of April 2025, Mexico has delivered only about 600 million cubic meters, leaving a significant deficit.
I obviously understood every single word of that sentence, Joaquin. But could you simplify it so our faithful viewers understand you?
Mexico hasn't been able to deliver water for the U.S. So the U.S. is refusing to help Mexico with the water crisis.
Oh, so you're saying there's a fight between the U.S. and Mexico over water?
Yes, that is one way to put it. I wouldn't say like that, but...
Okay, for those of us who don't speak dork, here's a better explanation. Imagine you and your friend share a big fish tank. Every 5 years, your friend has to give you water from it so both your fish can swim. But now there's a drought at your friend's house and their fish are thirsty too. They won't share and you're mad because rules are rules. Adults try to help, but now everyone's fish is sad.
Actually, one of our reporters has more on the topic. Check this out.
This denial is part of a decades-old water treaty from 1944, which basically says, you give us water, we give you water. We all stay hydrated and happy. But thanks to climate change, droughts, and politicians who treat treaties like expired coupons, things have gone a bit dry. Right now, Mexico is way behind on its water deliveries. Kind of like that friend who borrows your Netflix password and never pays for dinner. The US said, no more agua until you cough up what you owe. Mexico said, ah caray, it hasn't rained in months. And then the US replied, not my puddle, not my problem. Farmers on both sides of the border are panicking. Crops are drying up. Tensions are rising. And somewhere in Texas, a guy just said, this is why I only drink Dr. Pepper. Experts warn that without cooperation, this could lead to an all-out aqua apocalypse. Or as we like to call it, H2, oh no. Hello, I'm Marioneta, reporting from Rio Bravo. It's extremely hot, and the river appears to be drying. That's part of why Mexico is struggling to meet the treaty's requirements. Oh look, there's a farmer walking by. What a coincidence. Let's go talk to her. Hey, madam. I'm Mario from CENENES. What do you think about the water crisis?
Well, it is hard on our crops. They are failing. Sometimes we don't even have running water in our home. It is because the gringos, they think our water belongs to them. Everyone wants our river. I'll tell you what, we have the right to our own land too. So many environmental crises. It could mean the end of humanity. Oh look, 4 horses running wild. Hey, can I give a shout out?
Sure.
My name is Carmen Elizabeth Juanita Cortez, the Costa Bravo. Hi to my sons, Jose Fernando Alejandro de la Cruz Cortez and Junior Rocket Racer Rebel Cortez. Mommy is on TV. I love you all.
This is Marioneta, reporting live from Rio Bravo. Back to you, Joaquin.
Crayola, that was one of the most insightful commentary I've ever heard. Well, yes. Let's just go with Carlinhos. I mean, he's the master of sports.
Boa noite, meus parças. Welcome to Football con Carlinhos, the only sports segment where the commentary has more spice than the Spice Girls. Today's segment is juicier than a VDL. First, let's talk Liga MX, where the football is intense, the fans are wild, and the referees need therapy. Club America is on top again, of course, they win so much. They are one trophy away from asking for shelf space in the Louvre. Tigres? Playing strong, fast, and somehow still using Gignac like he's 25. Chivas, oh Chivas, still rebuilding, still dreaming. Their strategy? Let's win 1, draw 2, then confuse the league table. Genius. Pumas? I don't know if they're playing football or just catnapping in the midfield. Disperse them for the love of God. Now, let's jump to American football, the land of wings, overpriced guacamole, and mansplaining, baby. Dallas Cowboys? Kansas City Chiefs? Forget about that. They say the real talent is here with the Tec de Monterrey Borregos. So talented. They could finally have their first win ever this year. Now, do me the honor of interviewing the sports coach, Mr. Cervantes. Here I am with the man of the moment, the legend, Coach Cervantes.
Cervantes.
Now, Coach, tell us, what's your favorite thing about your team?
Mi equipo es súper intenso y es el mejor.
And now tell us, why haven't you won any games all season? Disculpe, just a question. So, here I am with Coach Cervantes.
Cervantes.
So tell us, how's the team doing? How are the players?
Son los mejores, son súper intensos, se paran temprano, duermen 3 horas nada más, son mejor que tú y que cualquiera, son mis mejores jugadores. Te esperamos porque van a haber grandes juegos y grandes momentos, será nuestra mejor temporada. Aquí te vemos.
Well, this looks like a winning team to me. Special thanks to Coach Cervantes. Cuánta amizade. And now, how about the awesome cheerleaders? Muy bonita. Let's go talk to them. Here I am with the top cheerleader at Tec de Monterrey. What is your name, beautiful?
My name is Valeria.
Increíble. And what do you do here? What is your role?
I am a dancer.
Puro talento. Amazing. Our data says people love you and that you are really talented. Now, what do you think about the team? How about the players?
Next question.
How about some pirouettes instead? Increíble, magnífico.
tune in into the football game Friday at 5. Don't forget to tune in into the football game Friday at 5 p.m. or you might miss out on the wonderful 0-0 score. All for today, mis campeones. Whether you cheer for Chivas, the Niners, the Tec de Monterrey Borregos, or your cousin's Sunday league team that plays barefoot and still argues with the ref, remember, football, American or Mexican, is live. I'm Carlinhos da Silva. Obrigado.
Carlinhos for cutting the tension about the water crisis.
Anyways, now today we have a very special guest all the way from Tec de Monterrey with a PhD in yapping, investigation, and gossip. The one and only Dr. Salvador Litoy.
Hello, Dr. Litoy. Welcome and thank you for coming to this interview.
Thanks for having me.
So, the water treaty is a whole topic that creates a lot of questions. I think this problem is because the end of the world is near. It all starts with tiny problems that increase day by day. Joaquin says that I'm crazy, but my left foot is proof that I'm right. Starting with our first questions, what are your thoughts about this problem with Mexico and the USA? Do you think Trump is right by wanting to raise the tariffs?
Well, this is a very big problem in terms of the different dimensions of the circumstances surrounding the water crisis in the borderline. Of course, there's political issues, in terms of this war in tariffs that President Trump is trying to conduct all over the world. Nonetheless, this is related to a very old treaty that existed between Mexico and the United States in terms of water in the borderline, coming from 1944. So this treaty was signed under different circumstances that exist nowadays, with actually natural conditions. The geography was completely different in terms of the amount of water that was part of the negotiations of the treaty. Nowadays, we are in the middle of climate change. So that's changed a lot the circumstances and the ways that we need to negotiate with regard to this particular problem.
That is very true. Supposedly, water is for everyone. It's supposed to be shared, but still, every resource has been divided and appropriated. Are local and indigenous communities being included in these decisions about water management?
Unfortunately not. There's no, because this is, again, this is an issue that comes from a long time. For example, the Rio Grande Valley, or the Rio Bravo, as we call it, and the rest of the world call it, is part of the controversy because Mexico must provide about a little bit more than 4 million cubic meters of water to the United States, and the United States from the Colorado River sends almost 2,000 million cubic meters to Mexico from the other side, in the northwest. So Mexico must provide this water according to the treaty. Nonetheless, again, the problem is climate change. There is not enough water. There's a terrible drought in the last 5 years because this agreement is reviewed every 5 years, and nowadays there is not possibility for the Mexican side to send the amount of water. And something more problematic is that the Trump administration is neglectful to sign the Paris agreements and the Kyoto's protocol in terms of climate change. So it's not just the water in the borderline, it's all this kind of circumstances around this kind of negotiations.
I see. Let's say water runs out in half of the world. No. Knock on wood. Not happening. Sorry, let's rephrase it. So what would happen if lack of water starts to be a problem for Mexico? What are the problems that might appear and what solutions might be viable for them?
Well, the fact is that we are in the middle of the problem. I mean, the problem is right now. It's happening right now because, again, that I mentioned, there's a terrible drought that have lasted for at least in the last 20 years, and that's why Mexico is not able to provide that water allocated to the other side of the borderline. And there's a lot of pressures from farmers, from the industry, especially in Texas and New Mexico, demanding for this amount of water. So it's a political, a geographical, and a climate problem that we have to understand from different dimensions. And finally, since we are in the middle of the problem, there have been some kind of changes. For example, in the other side of the problem in the Colorado River, that they are trying to create new basins and new flows that can create better resources for the Colorado River. That is something that probably can be done in the side of the Rio Bravo. That probably in the future, is not in the short term. It has to be in the long term that it could be possibly solved. But you need a lot of science, a lot of political interest, and a lot of economical investment too.
Wow, now everything is clear. I feel like I know more about these topics, and I'm sure our audience are experts now. Thank you so much for being here and sharing our knowledge.
Thank you very much for having me again, and it was a great pleasure.
Amazing! That was wonderful. Thank you, Marioneta. Coming up next, we will look at the new US tariffs and their effect on the global trade and the domestic economy. What guest?
Hello there.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm so sorry, President Trump. I didn't see you coming.
Nobody did.
Mr. President, thank you for joining us.
Great to be here, Mexico. Tremendous country. Fantastic tacos. Not as good as Trump Tower tacos, but still good.
Mr. President, about the tariffs, many say they could hurt both economies.
Look, Crayola, we had no choice. No choice at all. Mexico wasn't stopping the caravans. Horrible caravans, by the way. Full of bad hombres. Very bad hombres. And we said, enough. We're gonna put tariffs on them. Big, beautiful tariffs. And guess what? It worked. People say it didn't, but it did tremendously.
But reports show that American consumers are paying higher prices because of the tariffs.
Fake news! Total fake news. Who's saying that? CNN? They always lie. People love tariffs. You know who loves tariffs? Farmers. They tell me, sir, please more tariffs. Because they know I'm making America great again. And Mexico, by the way, should be thanking me.
Thanking you?
Of course. I mean, let's be honest, Crayola. Before me, nobody talked about Mexico. I made Mexico famous again. The wall, that was a big hit. Just talking about it scared them enough to pay for the wall. Brilliant.
Mexico didn't pay for the wall, though.
You don't know that. Maybe they did, indirectly. Like, think about it. The tariffs, that's Mexico paying, but not really, but also kind of. You see, that's called The Art of the Deal. I wrote a book about it. Tremendous book.
So, you believe tariffs are good for both countries?
Absolutely. Tariffs are like a diet. At first you don't like it, you complain, but then, boom, you're winning, and I love winning. America loves winning. Mexico, they love me too. Do you know how many Mexican people tell me, Senor Trump, we love you? Millions, maybe billions.
There aren't even 1 billion people in Mexico. Even if they were, I don't think they would ever say that.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know that when I go to Mexican restaurants, they give me extra guacamole. That's respect.
Mr. President, one final question. Would you say your tariff strategy has been a success?
A huge success. The best success. The kind of success people will write about for centuries. The history books will say, there was George Washington, there was Abraham Lincoln, and then, boom, Trump with the tariffs. Unbelievable.
That is certainly one perspective. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Crayola. And remember, nobody loves Mexico more than me.
Sure. We're heading to commercial break. Stick around, more surprises on CENENES.
How far would you go to discover
A pizza topped with 5 peso tacos, covered in cheddar, deep fried to golden perfection, and covered in lettuce, tomato, onion, and cilantro.
this secret masterpiece?
Mamma mia.
In the mystical lands of Guanimaro, where only the bravest dare to feast, comes a dish so powerful, so legendary, it defies all logic. One bite, and you'll feel abducted. Come and witness the ultimate taco pizza revelation, only at the Garnacha Drone. Side effects may include extreme satisfaction, immediate cravings, and loss of self-control.
Hello everyone, your handsome sexy friend Marioneta here, reporting live from the beautiful, majestic and good-smelling Tec de Monterrey in Guadalajara, whose restrooms are cleaner than my whole house and brighter than my future as a reporter. Anyways, after almost getting run over by the e-bikes here and catching a beautiful view of Mr. Trump's face. As gorgeous as a Cheeto preparing for world domination can get, right? Today, we'll be catching a glimpse into the brains of these top students. So smart they could run for president, and so rich, they could probably also buy their way into it. We face them with the next question. As if this wasn't the case already, which animal would make the best president and why?
A cow, because they're holy.
I think a dog will be a good president because the dogs are very protective.
I would have to say a wolf, because they are known to be wise and great leaders. Yeah.
I would pick an otter because they would make an utterly good job.
I think that the lion, it has good hair and personality.
In your opinion, which animal would make the best president and why?
I think a seal, because they're my favorite animal. Look!
A penguin, because they're really good leaders.
I think cats.
Why?
I think it was funny, so just...
Yeah, it would be.
Well, I guess that a butterfly, because they are funny and they're cute and they can fly.
In your opinion, which animal would make the best president and why?
I think you will be the best president, Mario.
I think an ant, because it will be interesting that have a small president.
Oh, like small like you? Yeah, that's what Well, there you have it, folks. Our future CEOs, Excel masters, and the people whose parents are obviously in 100% legal and noble businesses, solving the mystery of which animal would make the best president and why. All of that directly from the splendid Tec de Monterrey, Guadalajara. This was Neta News with your handsome and cleverly named host, Mario Neta. Back to you, Joaquin.
Welcome back. Joining us now is the President of Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Joaquin. It's a pleasure to step into enemy territory. Sorry, independent journalism.
About the new policy of banning junk food in schools, some call it necessary, others say it's too restrictive.
We face a crisis. Mexico has one of the highest childhood obesity rates. We can't keep allowing ultra-processed foods in schools.
But some parents say it should be their decision.
And it is, at home. But in public spaces, the state must protect children's health. And we are the state. We are watching you.
Excuse me?
I mean, we are protecting you.
Who is we?
Well, it's the first time in the history of Mexico that women are able to lead the destiny of this country. And I didn't get to this point alone. All women arrived together. Don't interrupt me.
I'm sorry. Getting back to the new junk food policy, street vendors, this hurts their business.
Yes, but in the Cuarta Transformación, it's established that I couldn't care less. We support vendors, but we can't sacrifice health for convenience. We're offering tons of programs for healthy alternatives.
Are you concerned about a black market for chips?
Absolutely not. We're experts on the black market.
Well, you're right. You'll have no problem stopping them.
Oh, sure. Well, this is not just rules. We want understanding.
Some compare this to banning smoking in public places.
Exactly. In a few years, we'll look back and say, how did we allow that?
Any final thoughts for the disappointed kids?
Try something new. There are many delicious fruits and healthy alternatives. You'll thank us later.
Thank you, Madam President. Now that weather with Tormento Climonito.
Hello, Guadalajara. I'm Tormento Climonito, your storm with a forecast. Crayola, prepare your umbrella because it's 18 degrees Celsius, skies clear like my post-rain heart, wind at 6 kilometers an hour, just enough to ruin a good hair day in your house only. For the rest of Guadalajara, we are heating up to 30 degrees Celsius. The index is off the charts. Wear sunscreen like it's your armor, or if you don't like sunscreen, like those noisy kids yelling at their moms, burn alive. And finally, snow everywhere. Cover yourself, because tonight, snow will fall all over the city. It looks like Christmas will arrive earlier this year. And for gifts, I'd love a brand new electric guitar with...
That's a lie. I told you not to lie about the weather anymore.
All right. Tonight, 10 degrees Celsius, cozy sweater weather. Skies clearer than your intentions at a beach party. More stars than a telenovela reunion. Perfect for a romantic date lying below the stars. Keep your children away from those places. Now, fun fact of the day, did you know that in some parts of the world, it can rain fish and other types of little animals? So maybe in Honduras, prepare your ceviches, because you're eating God's meal. Enjoy the peace. But now, I'll be back like a lightning-powered boomerang. Remember your umbrella, Crayola. Tormento Climonito, out.
Oh my God, he almost opened that umbrella. I'll need some more good luck charms.
Come on, Crayola. Maybe that was just a coincidence. You know Tormento, he's like a tornado.
Wait, what's that? We have breaking news.
Good night, and welcome to the Night News Corner. My name is Mike Khan, and today we're informing you about a new hold on Earth. We've seen breeding centers for animals, and even for people. But now, a new horror has surfaced: Emoji's breeding centers. A practice so terrifying and so disgusting, it gives a new frightening meaning to this not so innocent practice. We'll live to our inside reporter, Eileen Dover, who is speaking to a survivor. Eileen?
Thank you, Mike. Now we speak with one of the few lucky survivors of these so-called breeding centers. Sir, can you tell us what happened to you?
They took us.
They made us make so many faces.
I just wanted people to have emojis for every reaction possible. Get your hands on me.
Thankfully, brave individuals decided to take these operations down. We now speak with one of the protesters who led charge against these centers.
We didn't even know they were here. We've been fighting against emojis for years, and we believe that they are the true destroyers of our social culture. People used to express themselves with punctuation marks, with passion. But now we only use tiny faces. We believe in the original emojis, the classics, the pioneers, the ones that really meant something.
No, no me metas tu chile. No.
Punctuations over pixels! Punctuations over pixels! What the
Chilling. Simply chilling. We'll continue to follow this story as it develops, but for now, we'll leave you with this question. Are emojis ethical? Good night.
Oh no, that is so cruel. There is so much misfortune in the world. And you know what? I need to call my friend. I need her to read my fortune. Yeah, she knows about the tar cards. That way I can prevent my catastrophe coming my way.
Wait, Crayola. Well, while Crayola is solving her bad luck problem, let's head to pop culture with Poppy.
Good morning, pretty popsicles. Welcome to the Poppy's Pop Culture with Poppy Pop. I'm Poppy Pop, and today we're going to talk about the Minecraft movie? Minecraft freaks.
Poppy, are you okay?
Minecraft freaks. My perfume! Sorry. I got flashbacks about my middle school classmates. Anyways. A Minecraft movie. Beyond all expectations, a Minecraft movie has sold $157 at the box office in the United States and Canada. Nobody cares. Next! And now, we're going to talk about Olivia Rodrigo. I love her. She is the best singer ever. Okay. I need to calm down. Okay, so... Oh my Kit Kat, I told you today I had to talk to my popsicles. What in the world are you doing here?
I wanted to impress a special someone.
I can't believe. I'm just going to ignore you. Okay, so Olivia is currently on tour for her album Guts. And last week she went to Mexico City. Oh my god, she is the
worst.
Best. He meant best. I mean, not every artist comes to Mexico.
I heard people didn't like her show.
Rumor has it, fans are upset because Olivia cut down her set list, making it shorter than her usual concerts. Also, iconic scenery was missing. But you know, I don't like to follow rumors.
Sure you don't.
I know Olivia Rodrigo is the sweetest girl ever and literally perfect. I mean, other pop stars wish they were as good as Olivia. And by the way, during her performance, she told the Mexican audience that Mexico City was one of her favorite cities and that she had already tried some street tacos, visited the Museo Casa Azul of the iconic painter Frida Kahlo, and attended a lucha libre wrestling match.
Is my head Latino?
Next! So apparently there's a new biopic about the Beatles coming out soon. Who are the Beatles again? Stella McCartney's dad's band? And John Lennon?
The guy that sings the War Is Over song. Oh my god, I love that song.
Worries over. There's a movie coming out about those guys. So far, the cast is Harris Dickinson, whoever that is, Stranger Things guy, Sabrina Carpenter's ugly ex-boyfriend, by the way, Egg, and oh my, Paul Mescal. He's like my favorite actor. He's so hot.
Not hotter than me.
Anyway, I can't wait to watch this Beatle movie. So apparently it is planned to premiere in 2028? That's so much freaking time. I mean, I literally just said I couldn't wait, and they are going to make me wait? That's not fair. I want to see Paul Mescal without his shirt or something.
The Beatles always have their shirts on.
What? That sounds pointless. I mean, what's the point of casting the Paul Mescal if he's not going to take his shirt off? Lame. Next! On the last subject for today's gossip, guess which OG pop star just announced the release date for her brand new album?
Hilary Duff?
Not at all. She's been for like a whole century. Hannah Montana! I'm just kidding, you guys. I'm serious though. Miley Cyrus is releasing a brand new album, Something Beautiful, due May 30th. She says this album will be a pop opera and a visual experience.
She always swears this is gonna be her year.
And, oh, this is new. She's also releasing a film in June. Interesting. I have to say, I'm impressed by Miley's artistic journey over the last decades.
The first time I saw her on TV, she was a normal teenager with a double life as a superstar. Blinked for 2 seconds and then she was swinging in a wrecking ball naked, licking hammers and stuff.
Anyways, make sure to pre-save her album on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, all platforms. Her album is set to be released on May 30th, and I will update you guys for more. Obviously. I guess that was all for today's segment, and to wrap it up, I'm excited to introduce the band for today's Tiny Desk.
One Direction?
No, Kit Kat, we're on a budget, remember? This is a very cool band, originally from Guadalajara.
Are they like the new indie kids from the block?
Oh, God, Kit Kat. Please welcome Mambru!
Te extraño más, quisiera creer quien en su sano juicio moriría por volverte a ver. Temo, querida, que la vida pueda perder. ¿Acaso puedo seguir sin tu querer? Los pájaros ya no cantan, no hay aroma fresco por la mañana. Ya no descanso en mi cama, se ha vuelto difícil la madrugada. Crees que te has llevado todo, pero querida, te faltó el odio. Siento que falta el aire y no sé qué hacer. Te extraño más, quisiera creer todo lo que he sentido hoy por ti, lo dejé morir. Quisiera pensar que esto no fue así, solo fue un mal sueño y no acaba aquí. Hoy quiero volver a estar junto a ti, pero estás con él, me olvidaste a mí. Temo, querida, que la vida pueda perder. La verdad, me haces falta en cada mañana. crecer. Los pájaros ya no cantan, no hay aroma fresco por la mañana. Ya no descanso en mi cama, se ha vuelto difícil la madrugada. Es que te has llevado todo, pero querida, te faltó el odio. Siento que falta el aire y no sé qué hacer. 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 Dime tú qué hacer.
Gracias, gracias.
La 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 la. Mil disculpas no son suficientes por prometer quedarme por siempre y un día más. Ya no importa todo lo que digas, ahora que somos nada, no me quieres ver jamás. Y ahora estoy sin ti, sin dónde ir, sabes dónde buscarme y no me quieres ver jamás. Ya lo sé, ya lo sé, ya lo sé. Ya sé que mil disculpas no son suficientes por prometer quedarme por siempre y un día más. Ya no importa todo lo que digas, ahora que somos nada, no me quieres ver jamás. Oh, 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 espero verte en unos años como quedamos, y si lo nuestro no se vuelve a dar, espero no creas en el karma, nunca te quise hacer llorar. Han pasado los días y un par de horas y algo me dice que no vendrás, y si para bien o para mal no te puedo olvidar. Y ahora estoy sin ti, sin dónde ir, sabes dónde buscarme y no me quieres encontrar. Y ahora estás sin mí, sin dónde ir, y siéndote sincero, te ves mejor sin mí. Ya lo sé, ya lo sé, ya lo sé. Ya sé que mil disculpas no son suficientes por prometer quedarme por siempre y un día más. Ya no importa todo lo que digas, ahora que somos nada, no me quieres ver jamás. Oh, 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 oh. Y ahora estás sin mí, sin dónde ir. La 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 la
Gracias.
Existe
Gracias.
Gracias, Mambrú.
Gracias a ti. Pues nada, buenas noches.
I was going to follow Mambrú on Spotify, but then my following would have been 13. Bad sign.
You want to talk about bad luck? Stay put for the next program. You'll see some people get lucky, and I'm talking about the love ball.
Oh no. What poor fruit will end up single and forever alone now?
Well, let's find out.
Welcome to the Love Bowl, the place where fruits go and try to find their other half. Let's meet the participants.
I'm old. I grew up in a tree.
My name is Ange. I came from a pomelo and mandarin, but I grew up in a tree.
Hi, my name is Strawberry, but my friends call me Berry.
I'm a banana.
I'm an eggplant. Sometimes I feel like I'm not part of this world. But I like to give it a shot.
I have to taste them. Lots of it.
I love Nutella and cream parties.
I also want a B6. Vitamin.
I believe love is real, even if I haven't found it.
I'm looking for someone sweet. Oh, and acidic.
I would describe myself as sweet and acidic.
I want a fruit that is rich in potassium.
I feel attracted to fruits with seeds on the outside.
Now it's time for participants to get to know each other. And based on that, they might pick their other half in the Love Bowl.
I'm an orange.
Me too.
So, what do you do for fun?
Well, actually, I do a lot of things. For example...
Yeah, whatever.
I grew up in a tree.
Me too.
Wow.
You?
Well, I'm rich. Invitation.
Oh my god, amazing!
I'm sweet and acidic.
Me too.
Amazing.
Now that the participants got to know each other, it's time for them to pick. Who is going to be their other half in the Love Bowl?
I just want to say that you're all amazing guys. You're all great options. However, there's a fruit that connected with me on a deeper level. We had great chemistry from the very beginning, and it never decayed. I'm talking about this truly amazing fruit. I'm so excited to start this journey with you. Or I pick you as my other half.
I can't believe it. You're so amazing. I was waiting and I was dying for you to pick me as your other half.
There's a new couple in the Love Bowl, Orange. Now it's Strawberry's turn to pick her other half.
Okay, so first of all, I want to thank my fans, the berries. I love you so much. Mwah, mwah. For supporting my long career of 15 minutes. And thank you so much. Without you, I've never been able to be here and become a celebrity. Okay, so my other half is
settles it for today at the Love Bowl. The fruits find their perfect pair. Or not.
Like that, we reached the end of today's ride through politics, pop culture, and questionable weather forecast.
Big thanks to all of our guests, our reporters on the ground, and to you, our viewers, for sticking with us even when things got weird. The whole program.
Rayola, you see? Nothing bad happened to you. There's no such thing as bad luck.
I guess. Okay, there's no such thing as bad luck.
Oh my God! What is happening?
I told you!
This is CENENES!